The Panama Canal is more than just a waterway, it's a vital artery for global trade. For over a century, this engineering marvel has connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, letting ships avoid the long, dangerous trip around South America. This shortcut saves time, fuel, and money, moving billions in goods every year. From food and fuel to cars and electronics, the canal keeps the global economy running. Its system of locks lifts ships up to Gatun Lake, then lowers them back to sea level. Massive vessels cross the continent in hours, not weeks. The canal is a linchpin in the global supply chain, connecting economies and nations. Today, Panama manages it with pride, as a source of national income. The Panama Canal's story is one of connection, innovation, and global impact. On October 20th, 2025, the Panama Canal faces a crisis, not from politics, but from nature. A severe drought has drained Gatun Lake, the canal's water source, to historic lows. Each ship's passage uses millions of gallons of fresh water, and without rain, the supply is running out. The Panama Canal Authority has slashed the number of daily transits, causing a maritime traffic jam. At the peak, over 200 ships waited weeks to cross, costing companies millions and disrupting global supply chains. Restrictions on ship size and cargo weight have made shipping less efficient and more expensive. Some companies pay hefty fees to jump the line. Others reroute around South America, adding weeks to their journey. The drought exposes the canal's vulnerability to climate change. Once a reliable shortcut, it now faces an uncertain future. Panama is considering building a new reservoir, but that's a massive, years-long project. Meanwhile, the world is searching for alternatives. The crisis has forced countries and companies to rethink their dependence on a single route. New rivals are emerging, eager to challenge the canal's dominance. The drought is more than a local problem, it's a global wake-up call. The world's supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. As the canal struggles, the race for alternatives accelerates. The future of global trade may depend on finding new paths. The Panama Canal's troubles have changed the map of world shipping. The search for solutions is now urgent and global. As Panama struggles, Mexico is building a bold alternative, a dry canal. Instead of water and locks, this is a 300-kilometer railway corridor across the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. Backed by $50 billion in major Chinese investment, it links the Pacific port of Salina, Cruz, to the Atlantic port of Coatzacoalcos. Containers will move by high-speed train, bypassing canal delays and drought. Ships unload at one port, containers cross Mexico by rail in hours, then reload onto ships at the other end. This could save days for trade between Asia and the U.S. East Coast. The project includes modernizing both ports to handle the world's largest ships and building new logistics parks for rapid transfers. Mexico sees this as a chance to boost its economy and create jobs, turning the region into an industrial hub. Construction is moving fast, with Chinese support accelerating progress. For China, the corridor offers a strategic new route to American and European markets, bypassing Panama's bottleneck. The partnership gives Mexico the resources to realize this ambitious vision. The dry canal is designed for speed, efficiency, and reliability, especially for container shipping. It's a direct challenge to Panama's dominance. As the canal falters, Mexico's land bridge is rising as a powerful new force in global trade. The world is watching to see if this project can deliver on its promise. If successful, it could reshape shipping routes for decades to come. The Mexican Dry Canal is no longer just an idea. It's becoming reality. The Dry Canal is simple but transformative, a land bridge for global trade. Ships from Asia dock at Salina Cruz. Containers are lifted onto freight trains and whisked across Mexico in under 7 hours. At Coatzacoalcos, containers are reloaded onto ships bound for the U.S. East Coast or Europe. This system is all about speed. What takes a day or more through Panama can be done in hours by rail. For high-value goods, saving days means saving millions. The corridor specializes in container shipping, unlike Panama, which handles all vessel types. It's designed to move 1.4 million containers a year with plans to expand. The biggest advantage? It doesn't depend on rainfall. Droughts can't stop the trains. But success depends on flawless coordination between ships, ports, and trains. Any delay could create bottlenecks. But if Mexico gets it right, the Dry Canal could be a climate-resilient, dependable alternative. The world's biggest shipping lines are watching closely. The Dry Canal's reliability could make it the preferred route for global container traffic. As Panama struggles with water, Mexico bets on rails. The future of shipping may run on tracks, not water. the dry canal is poised to change the game. While Mexico builds a dry canal, Nicaragua is reviving the dream of a wet canal. With Panama in crisis, Nicaragua sees a chance to compete. In late 2024, the government announced plans for a new interoceanic waterway, seeking Chinese investment. The proposed canal would stretch 445 kilometers from a new Caribbean port at Bluefields, through Lake Solotlan, to Puerto Corinto on the Pacific. This route is different from a previous failed project further south. China's involvement is central. Engineers have already signed on to build the new port. President Ortega is courting Chinese funding, promising a modern, reliable alternative to Panama. But the project faces huge hurdles, a $50 billion price tag and major environmental concerns. The last canal plan failed partly over ecological fears. For now, Nicaragua's canal is mostly a plan on paper, but with Chinese interest in Panama's troubles, it's being taken seriously. If built, it could reshape regional trade. The world is watching to see if Nicaragua can turn ambition into reality. The race for a new waterway is on. The Panama Canal crisis has sparked a wave of new ideas and revived old dreams. In Colombia, there's talk of a maglev train shooting containers coast to coast in under 30 minutes, a futuristic, costly vision. The US already uses a land bridge, moving containers by rail from West Coast ports to the east, a key part of North American trade. During Panama's delays, some shippers switched to this route, showing the value of flexible land-based options. Further north, the melting Arctic is opening the Northwest Passage, a sea shortcut between Asia and Europe. It's risky, with unpredictable weather and little infrastructure, but it's becoming navigable for a few months each year. Each alternative has pros and cons. Maglev is fast but expensive, the US land bridge is reliable but long, and the Arctic route is short but dangerous. What's clear is that global shipping is no longer taking the Panama Canal for granted. The search for new, faster, and more reliable routes is reshaping the map of world trade. The future may belong to those who innovate. The race to reinvent global shipping is underway. The next great trade route could be just around the corner. New projects like the Mexican Dry Canal and Nicaragua's waterway mark a turning point in global trade. For a century, the Panama Canal was king. Now, real competition is emerging. If these new routes succeed, shipping companies will have more choices, driving down costs and increasing reliability. The Mexican Dry Canal, immune to drought, could pull container traffic away from Panama, especially between Asia and the US East Coast. Panama will remain vital for tankers and bulk carriers, but it must adapt to stay competitive. China's deep involvement in these projects signals a shift in global influence, challenging the US in its own backyard. These new corridors are about more than trade. They're about power and partnerships. The future of shipping will be more diverse, with specialized routes for different cargoes. The Panama crisis was a wake-up call. The old ways aren't guaranteed to last. Countries and companies must adapt to a changing landscape. The race to build the next great canal is on. The winners will redraw the map of global trade. The world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The future of shipping is being written right now.